Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Katanat ka kuat ka kya jong ka sorkar Jylla ka khatnyo tarik jemang araja arpasau kala penlong ya ka orientation program ha hotel Marriott Shillong nak benta ki doktor specialist ban ithu ikitu ki banlong kum ki Jinghikai ha ka Shillong Medical College. Habakran ha ka sngi u doktor achal gulati ulaong kumbalong benta hari India ki don news pa handriu ki Medical College ha Meghalaya ngi don Tangkaway kata ka Nigrims na kata ka daw ngi don kam bandan la ka jong ka Medical College. Ulaban rap da kabaong ka Jylla ka don kam la kumno kumbalai spa hadu saus spa tali ki jaka na kabenta ki samla pule menta ka Jylla ka don tang sanpau tali ki jaka. Ulaban rap da kabaong ba ka Medical College bathamai ka don kam ki doktor na ka Jylla ban ajing kershan ban poi syakathong. Kathong jong kani ka orientation program kalong ban pensyai ka kamram bat kathong jong ka Medical College bat ka hospital khamtam na kabenta ki to ki bahikai. Hakani ka sngi la yo ru e ka jingkran bat ki jingakran halor kumno ki doktor ki don ka benta ka bakrau na ka benta ban kentiu ya ka Medical College ha ka Jylla.
Of treatment modalities. In addition, when he speaks, you will realize he is also an exemplary teacher. He started the OSPI programs for the National Board of Examination and many firsts. And he worked in India and abroad and has won numerous accolades and awards. And despite all that, he is very much grounded, simple, and that I'll leave for you to experience. I relate with him. I mean, we've known each other for the past 8-10 years. And when I started working with the Medical Council of India Board of Governors in the capacity of their advisor, I met Achal. And we hit it off from day one. And between just the two of us, we managed over 600 undergraduate medical colleges of this country, including Nigrims, and a few others where he had been principal and he has established a college. We are the Laurel and Hardy of the NMC Board of Governors. Eventually, we were also with the NMC. He went on to, I moved to Nigrims as director. He became the president of the Assessment and Rating Board, MARB. Then he also took charge of the Ethics and Review Board. Eventually, he decided to get back to his work and academics and retired from the professional career, but continues to work as a vice chancellor and an advisor. So much for Dr. Achal. New state medical colleges came up in existing hospitals. We have a similar situation. We have the existing health structure. Now we are going to make a medical college. This is going to create a lot of turbulence. A lot of people may not be eligible to be teachers, especially those who do not have a senior residency, which is one of the prerequisites of the Medical Council of India then, now the National Medical Commission. But I went around a couple of tables that I had told. Majority of the people I met had done their senior residency, so they qualify for being teachers and recognized as teachers. But that doesn't mean those who haven't completed their senior residency cannot do it. I have made an open offer to Dr. Joram Beda that I will offer a position of senior residency in the departments in which there is a requirement for people from the state of Meghalaya, all the doctors who have to get senior residency. We already have a few who have joined, and we need to do it in good speed before we start the medical college. So that is one. So being the big brother, now elder brother here means Nigrims is older than whatever the Shillong college whenever it comes up. We are going to be older. So we'll hold your hand. Now my aspiration and ambition as an advisor to the Shillong Medical College is that the younger brother should outshine the older brother. Youngsters have more talent, they are more up to date, they may have less experience, so I am willing to share my experience and I am willing to help the Shillong Medical College come up and do very well. So in order to do that, the first bit of advice, which I want each and every one of you to consider yourself as a part of the initiative, whether you are working in the college or in the state, you will still be helping the college directly or indirectly, maybe even as advisors. So start thinking now. The do's and don'ts, most importantly the don'ts. many state medical colleges have evolved over the existing system. One of the newer ones being NIMSAR in Nagaland and Hima has a new medical college. TRIMS in Naharlagun, Itanagar, close to Itanagar in Arunachal. We have Zoram in Aizawl, and we have some established medical colleges in Guwahati with the names coming up. AIMS doesn't fall under this category because they are not our own parents. The issue which eventually starts boiling between the people of the state health services and the colleges, who qualifies as a teacher and who does not. So please be informed, irrespective of the number of years of your experience, you may be one of the best physicians or cardiologist or neurologist or surgeon with 25 years of experience. But if you haven't done your senior residency or if you do not have teaching experience, you will not be counted in the eyes of the MCI as teachers. Now, MCI recognizes colleges on the basis of teachers or faculty who are teaching faculty. Qualified teacher does not mean a very good surgeon. So I think both of you will be required in order to deliver the healthcare services. The second thing that we need to note is the MSR, the minimum requirements. We are not bound by the minimum requirements towards the right. Minimum you should have, but nobody says you can't have more. If they say you have to have 5 faculty members in this subject for so many students, there is no rule that says you can't have 10 or 8. We will need minimum required to constitute a department which will eventually help in the recognition of the college. But in order to deliver healthcare services to the entire state, we may need more. So all those senior physicians and surgeons who have been working here, who do not qualify as teachers, do not need to be disheartened. But I want you to start being mentally prepared that those colleagues who have done senior residency and are counted as assistant professors or associate or additional or full professors, they are your own teammates. You should not have any divide or friction amongst yourselves. That will defeat the purpose of establishing a college, which has happened in a few. A big rift. So we have to work our way around that. Secondly, there are some requirements for your skills. There are some requirements for equipment. The government will leave no stone unturned in getting all those things done. And with regards to the infrastructure, Dr. Achal has already been racking his brains and making plans. We are going to do as best as we can with the existing setup, and wherever there is space available and the potential for increasing the infra, that will be done. And knowing the officials involved in this state health services, I am 100% sure that the quality of the equipment is going to be excellent, and the training that you will get would make you competent to deliver the best possible healthcare delivery, which will hopefully prevent the need from anybody leaving Meghalaya for any kind of healthcare requirement, even if it is a transplant or whatever. So with these few words, I will stop talking now.
What is the means of ignorance? And that is what medical education is all about. All of us are doctors. We've studied in medical college. Let's start from that point. We've studied in medical college as a young high school graduate when we passed out. We joined a medical college, irrespective of where we were in India. And I am sure each one of you remembers those moments, those 5.5 years in your life, as one of the prime life, because you enjoyed life. You had the best of everything, you had the best of teachers, best of time. Movie shows were no problem, tickets or no tickets, just show I card, I am from that medical college, or we used to say, even first year student, I am a doctor, please give me tickets. So we used to get tickets. So life was very nice, go to restaurant, I am a doctor in that medical college, or I am working in that medical college. Then suddenly the attitude changes. And that is what life is about when you become a medical teacher. Let me give you just a small bearing of what I want to say. We have 706 medical colleges in the country, and about 108,000 doctors become every year. The ratio is 1:893, which is much better than what the WHO says. However, having said that, in the 8 northeast sister states, we have 2750 seats. And for a population of 51.6 million, this is relatively a very low profile. So we need to create medical colleges. Meghalaya has only one medical college, which is Nigrin, with 50 intake. And by the WHO standards or by the NMC standards, I need to have approximately 380 to 400 MBBS seats per year, and I have only 50. So what is happening to my students and my children over here? They need to study my culture, my medicine in my place. And that is why the government feels that we need to get a medical college over here, which is one of the most important things. You know, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose said, "Tum mujhe khoon do, main tumhe azadi dunga." That is what I am here for. You give the support, we'll get a medical college, I promise you that. That's my sincere promise over here. Change is a dynamic thing. I'll tell you a very small story about a lobster. And you know, lobster has a shell on it. And as the time passes, a lobster grows, but the shell becomes smaller for it. So he has two options, either not to grow and constrict and die in that shell, or to cast off that shell and be exposed for a few days till a new shell develops around him. So those 3 or 4 days while he is developing a new shell, he is exposed to the vagaries of nature. He may be dashed over rocks by the waves, he may be eaten by a shark or whatever it is. But he develops a new shell and a new life after that, and he goes much beyond that. He grows bigger. So all of us are in our own cocoon, and we need to grow out of that cocoon into this wide world so that we progress and we flourish in future. That is the concept of becoming a doctor. We have a problem. Malan said there is a problem, somebody who has a C, who has senior residency. No. Once we have a problem, we have to find a solution, and I have a solution for that. It is not that I do require a senior residency mandatorily. No, there are solutions for that also. So anybody who will work in a hospital or a particular thing can become nominated as a teacher over there. So in the next couple of hours, we are going to sort out all these problems and look at them, how we are going to go about. Every one of you, I will see to it that we have made eligible somewhere or the other to become a teacher over a period of time. The state has to advance, and I have to have my own medical college to advance. Why should I be always looking upon other states for my children to go outside and get admissions? No, I need to produce my homegrown students, produce opportunities for my students to become doctors in my state and work for my state. Find work, go outside, spread your state's knowledge about outside, but then come back to your state and serve your state. Tare Zameen Pe had a song where the teacher was there, and Amir Khan as a teacher was one who incentivized a small kid to become, and that's what we are here for, all of us as teachers. I'll close at this point of time by a small quotation from Corinthians 12:28. God has placed in the church, first of all, the apostles, then the prophets, and then the teachers, and then followed by miracles, the gift of healing, and helping and guidance. So you see, apart from the first two, the apostles and the prophets, rest all of them are healers, are teachers, are professors of healing processes for the entire community. When the Bible quotes also come over there, why should we hesitate in opening colleges, joining colleges, and creating the medical infrastructure for the whole of the states, for our children, for our future generations to come? Over the next couple of hours, we'll sit down, sort out all the issues which are there, discuss with you threadbare, and give solutions to everything, because there is no problem which does not have a solution. Thank you so much for letting me be over here. It's a proud privilege for me to be a part of the Meghalaya family now. I think I'm going to ask all of you that I'm going to have my voters list over here also, because I'm going to spend the next couple of years till we get a medical college over here. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.